Hey guys, it's me, Missy with Rusty Acrylics, and this is our first project of 2024. So I have this little heart shelf that I'm wanting to use buttercream and cottage door on, and then I've got these smalls that I'm wanting to paint up and stage on the shelf. So I'm just going to be using dry sage and buttercream with those. So everything's cleaned up, ready to go. So let's get started. Okay, so I do not like how it's turning out with the two tones. I don't know if it's because it's the hearts or if it's because of the colors, but I'm already dedicated to this piece. So I think what I'm fixing to do is go over all the white parts back with the cottage door, and then maybe distress it and white wax it and see if that will like change it up to how I will like it. Because I just cannot like it is. So I do like the cottage door color though. I think it's pretty, but I don't know if it's the colors or if it's the hearts, but I'm just going to paint this and see if that makes it any better. So yeah. Okay guys, so these are the three small things that I have that I'm gonna wanna paint up. And so what I'm gonna do is just give it a base coat of dried sage, so that way when I lightly distress it, this will be the color that pops through instead of like the blues and the different browns and stuff. And then we'll go over it after that's dry and do it with buttercream. So I think that I got the heart table all painted in the cottage door. And I think these pieces are going to be key to staging it so that way it all looks good so that you can envision it in your house. So that's my goal because I've already dedicated paint and time to that table. And so I'm just wanting to go with it. So first thing I'm going to do is just give all of these a base coat of dry sage. Okay, so now that all of my pieces are dry, what I have is just like a wet microfiber cloth, and I'm just going to kind of go over it and wipe off anything. And then I have some 400 grit sandpaper, and I'm like not crazy wanting to distress it, but I am wanting it to have like that smooth feeling. So we're just going to do that to all the pieces. So I'm not trying to crazy distress, but I'm just going to leave it like that. So today we're going to seal up these 3 pieces with Big Mama's butter and flannel, just so that way it smells good. It's just a good alternative to wax. Same thing though, you just put a little bit on. You're going to wipe it on, let it sit. You can also brush it on if it's easier, like for the picture frame it probably would be a little bit easier to brush, but we're just going to go ahead and wipe it on because we're just sealing up the paint. And it doesn't take a bunch at all. Same thing with this. Now, if you wanted this to be waterproof, you would need to seal it up with like gator hide or something like that, but we're just doing decorative purposes. So we're just gonna seal it up with some wax. And then what we'll do is we'll take a clean microfiber cloth and we'll just buff out the excess. I'm just going to go inside here and seal up the inside too. So this is just a fresh one, fresh cloth. I'm just going to wipe away any excess wax. And same thing here. So for the picture frame, this is the original print that was in it. And you can see like it's got water damage to it. And so what I like to do is keep old magazines and kind of just like use scrap pages. I think that'll be really pretty. So I'm just gonna take a pin and kind of make a mark. And cut it out. This way you can change it out, but for me, I need something to go in the frame that looks pretty. So it'll look better versus just an empty frame. So yeah, so I'm just gonna take it. Let's see. Well, first I'll put my glass in, and then I'm gonna put my picture in. Then I'll put the back on and put the original screws back in. So I'm gonna put this picture frame on a little stand because I'm not gonna really hang it, so it'll just, for me, it'll look cute, I think. But you could change it out if you were gonna hang it on a wall, so, because it has that little hole there. And there's my picture. There's that, and then there's this. So I've already waxed my heart table with the Big Mama's Butter 2, and I'll buff it off, and then what we'll do is we'll stage everything. All right, guys, so this is my heart shelf and all my little smalls that I painted up with it. One thing that I probably could have done differently is I didn't really need to use dry sage, but you can see it in the planter and a little bit in the frame, so I don't regret it. But I'm so glad that I went through and painted this back white because I think it looks so much better. So if you like what you see, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure you check us out on our website for the products that I use to paint this at rustycurlace.com, and I'll see you guys next time.